record. So good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is the public meeting for August 17th. And this is a public meeting starting at 7 p.m. This will be recorded for those who could not make it to the meeting and for records for the historian. Aaron, who has been a part of a lot of things in the sanctuary, has offered his services doing yoga, and we asked him to do kind of a centering moment for a 5-minute centering moment to kind of just get the motion started and to give people an kind of a feeling of what is offered by Aaron through the sanctuary. So you could take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, thank you. Would you mind maybe to stop sharing your screen just for a moment?
Okay, we are stopping the screen sharing for a moment, I think.
Thank you, thank you. All right, everybody. Well, good evening. I invite you to start out just by bringing your feet flat to the floor and maybe look at the floor for a moment if you can, and just look at your feet and just get connected with your body for a moment and raise your heels and lower them a couple times if you can, just to kind of get into your body for a moment. And then just bring your awareness up your legs to your seat. And you can sit tall and maybe bring your shoulders up and around a few times. Just getting a little bit of movement in the upper body. We'll do that just for one moment. And then pausing, and then we'll go the opposite direction. Rolling the shoulders up and over. Just getting a little bit of motion, a little bit of movement. And then you can allow your shoulders to sit, come to a still point. We'll drop the chin down to the sternum, so you're opening the back of the head for a moment. And then just drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And then rolling the chin down, left ear to left shoulder. We'll do that just one more time on each side. It's like an opening on the left side of the neck. And then dropping down. And then left ear, left shoulder. And then dropping down. Roll the shoulders up and around. You can sit tall. If it's comfortable for you, you can have your eyes closed. If not, you can just look towards the floor. Upper eyelid just is gently laying on the lower eyelid. And we'll cup our palms on the knees, so your hands can be palms up, or they can just be on the table, whatever is comfortable for you. Sitting tall, just breathing in and out for a moment. And just doing a little inventory, a little check-in of where you're at in this day. We'll take another gentle breath in. And a long, slow breath out. We'll bring our awareness to the left palm. And imagine for a moment, you're just like holding this silvery, cool light in the left palm. It's like the essence of the moonlight, or you're holding the moon in the left palm. And feel a coolness just sort of rush up your body, up your arm to your cheek. And then bring your awareness to the right palm and imagine the morning sun just collecting in that palm. And a warmth, a golden light that just sort of radiates up the arm to the cheek. Take a full breath in. And as we exhale, we'll bring the palms together in the heart space. Sun and moon merge. Palms come together. We'll hold them here for just a moment, dropping the chin, just breathing in and out. And we'll take a full breath in at the heart. We'll hold that breath in for just a moment. And then slow exhale through the nose. And then holding the breath out. We'll do that one more time. Full breath in through the nose. And then holding the breath in at the heart. And then a long, slow exhale. And then we'll hold the breath out at the heart space and gently breathing in and out. And using your imagination, I want you to just think for a moment of anyone that was involved in your coming out story that supported you. Think of anyone that helped pave the way for you to live your best life. And just think of their face and sort of let that feeling of gratitude start to bubble up into your heart. It can come up through your stomach into your heart. Maybe thinking of people in the community that have helped create a safe space for you to be who you are. Let's breathe that into the heart. And as we exhale, let's just imagine that that is just being sent out to the sanctuary community. And we're helping to create that same vibration, that same space that was created for us as part of our coming out story. We'll take another gentle breath in. And as you exhale, just allow your hands to return to your knees. We'll drop the chin, wiggling the toes and the hands. Eyes can open, getting back in your body. Shoulders roll up and around, head can come up tall. And like we say in all yoga classes, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. So we will, I will screen share back to this. Share. Okay, so we will move through this pretty quickly. At least we will attempt to. So we will hold on previous minutes until the two other board members arrive. The current member count for the sanctuary is 555 as of this afternoon. So we have grown even more since the last time, and we will continue to do so. I feel we will continue to do so even though the COVID protocols have kind of been up, right? So the board on number 3, the board has voted to go with CDC guidelines to be masked in person inside for any sanctuary run events, regardless if you've been vaccinated or not, given the new Delta variant. And I heard that there's another variant that is out there or starting. And just for those who are immunocompromised of any kind, and the fact that people are still getting sick even though they're vaccinated, it's just a good thing to do for our members. We have 3 shining moments for given the past month. First and foremost, the newspaper article. If you've not gotten it, I shared it almost every single part that Gary was able to allow me to use his access to pull that information from and post it on the sanctuary's page. This showcased not only the sanctuary, but the Pride Alliance and PFLAG, 3 groups. Hi, Donna. 3 groups that are pretty active in our community for different reasons, of course. And we're all working together to have that sense of community and unity. The food bank, Donna and I were in, and it was absolutely amazing. People from the Pride Alliance were there. I know that Mo, who's also a member of ours, was there, and we knocked it out. We're looking at hopefully doing that again in the coming months. There's a long list that we have to wait our turn to do it again, given COVID restrictions. But absolutely marvelous event. I do know that the newspaper was there and they did an article about that digitally. So we're out in the community, we're getting involved, we're affecting those around us. So that's really great. Ron was at a meeting that I zoomed in on for Safe Space. So I would like to have Ron kind of touch base on safe space real quickly.
Met with 4 of the members of Safe Space, and they asked a lot of questions about what we do in the sanctuary, how we affect the community, what our plans are for the future, whether we had brochures and a presentation to provide to them. They asked for all kinds of information. Safe Space is a group that provides services for those who are seeking shelter from abuse. And we want to partner with them to help others in our community. They want to partner with us so that they can help those in the LGBTQ plus community who are in need of their services. We had a really nice meeting. They're looking forward to more information from us, the possibility of one of their members coming and sharing a presentation with us, and one of our members going and sharing a presentation with them. A lot of back and forth between the 2 groups, and I think it's going to be a very positive thing for us. Another amazing group that we've been able to connect with and get members of each group involved with the other.
And Safe Space is a part of, it provides services for those who experience domestic violence and offers them shelter. They mainly look at providing support for women, but they have other sources to help men too. And there's a lot of statistics out there in the LGBTQ plus community. And so they're going to be an important part of the kind of hub that we're looking for. We have a chorus update that Ron will also talk about.
We have about 12 people who have shown interest in performing with a chorus. We do not have an accompanist yet or a place for us to rehearse. We actually need more members, at least a balanced group, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. So if you know people who are interested, send them our way. Once we get enough members, we'll continue looking for an accompanist, somebody who has experience accompanying a musical group of some sort. So if you have either singing members or an accompanist in mind, somebody who's got an experience in either one of those, just let me know. You can send an email message to the sanctuary address and I'll make sure I get it.
Excellent. Donna, can you make the next introduction, please? You're muted.
You're on mute, Donna.
Please unmute yourself.
Where are we
There we
at?
go.
I came in late. I'm sorry.
So we are at Midway. Can you introduce Robert, please?
So yeah, we had a really good meeting a few weeks ago with Midway, and we're actually partnering with them. And Robert is an employee of Midway, and he's actually going to help us out a lot with the to tell us a little bit about what they do, their HIV and prep things. Caught me kind of off guard because I was like,
That's okay.
So, but anyway, I want to give the floor to Robert. And dude, thank you so much for being here and being part of Sanctuary. Really appreciate you being here today.
Sure, no problem. First of all, Jonathan, I cannot see anybody. All I'm seeing is the agenda.
It's,
So-
it's a setting on your Zoom, Robert, that you have to select to show the other participants.
Where do I do that?
Go down to the bottom
Very
and
top.
then click on participants.
Do what?
Yeah, there's also, if you're using a PC or Mac, go to the very top under View Options.
Okay.
He's got an iPad.
I have an iPad.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Maybe if I unshare it for a moment.
You
Will that
could
help?
like flick the screen and members might appear. I don't know, but I know that's how it is.
Did
on
that
Mac.
help?
No.
Excellent.
No. Let me go with more.
How about, so you only see the agenda, is that correct?
I am only seeing the agenda. I'm not seeing all your beautiful faces.
Okay.
Well, Jonathan's isn't so beautiful.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So
So you
I mean,
don't see,
Can you
I see
unshare
all
your
these.
screen, Jonathan?
stop
Yeah.
sharing.
There we go. All right,
Is that
there we
it?
go. That's it.
Are we
Yep,
good? Okay,
hi.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Human
So
error.
anyways, yeah, hi, everybody. I'm Robert, and I work for Midway Specialty Care. I've been a member of the sanctuary since its conception, actually. I just wanted to talk real quickly about what Midway is and what we have to offer. Midway
you.
Specialty Care is a non-for-profit special immunizational clinic. It was developed in the early 2000s, and our first clinic was on Midway at 356 East Midway Road. We now have a clinic in Tampa, Orlando, Key West, Miami, all over the place, West Palm, this and that. Our specialty was, when we first opened up, was treating people with HIV. We've broadened out to people with hepatitis C, and we now are doing COVID. We have next door to us a research lab. Every single HIV drug that is out on the market has gone through our research lab that is right next door. We also do COVID testing, COVID infusions, and we started up with since the Delta variant, we're now doing the Regeneron infusions on site. I spoke with Brenda Jacobs, who is the director of our research lab today. We have studies for PrEP, and for those of you that don't know what PrEP is, it's pre-exposure prophylaxis, which people take to prevent themselves from becoming infected with HIV. We also use it as PEP, post-exposure. In case somebody has been raped or accosted, we use that to, within 72 hours of the incident, if they get on that for a month, they do not become infected with HIV if their assailant was HIV positive. I'm trying to rush real through here because I only
that's
have a
fine.
Is it?
Yeah, you're doing well. Yeah.
So what I do, what I do, and what we offer to you guys. Number one, I am an HIV Outreach Tester. So if anybody in the sanctuary wants to be tested for HIV, they can contact me and I can do that. If you guys want to set up a time and a place, I can do that as well. We have tested at Pride, but we do make it anonymous and confidential. Nobody needs to know anything because we ask people to come back separately after their test. It's 15 minutes, they'll get the results. I'm also a peer navigator. I counsel those that are newly diagnosed with HIV or those that are coming into care, so that they know that this is not a death sentence like it was in the 80s. This is a disease that is chronic. It's treatable. And it's easier to live with HIV than it is with diabetes at this time. Okay. I'm also a peer navigator. I counsel those, like I said, I already said that, but I counsel, I'm losing my train of thought here. Social media. Yeah, I get people on PrEP, and I'm also a phlebotomist at Midway. So there's a lot that we do there. We are looking for people to get on PrEP. We have a study going on right now, and it is a study that you are either on Truvada or it is a two injections twice a year, like one injection twice a year. And there is, yeah. So we've come a long way. There is a stipend that is involved. If you are accepted, it's $100 you'll get every time that you come into the clinic. And if anybody wants to consider getting on PrEP, they can email me or call me. And I would like the board that's there right now to take down my phone number. I was hoping that this would be an in-person because I had a lot of my business cards there, but it can't. So if anybody, if Jonathan or Ron or anybody else, Gary, would like to take down my phone number, my business phone number.
I'm getting it. I got it.
And Samuel, please have the phone number in the minutes as well.
Okay. I got it. I'm gonna write it down.
Thank you.
My work phone number, and this is my cell number. You can contact me anytime, any day, weekends, no problem. 772-708-1870. And my work email is rpollock, POLLOCK, @ midway.org.
It's POLLOCK, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're excited to get involved with you guys, and we do have a lot to offer you. I know that somebody had, we don't need any volunteers at this moment. Okay, so what we are trying to do is get involved with Linkage to Care. If anybody in the sanctuary needs anybody to talk with, needs a case manager, needs to come in and get assistance of any kind, we offer that. If somebody wants to get on PrEP and they don't have insurance, we can get them assistance where they wouldn't have to pay for it. If somebody wants to get on PrEP and they have insurance, what their copay does not pay, we have copay cards from the manufacturer, so it wouldn't cost them anything. Our job is, we want people in the community to come to us for treatment, because so many people have contacted me and said, my primary care doesn't know anything about this, or my primary care is going to cost, it's going to cost me so much money.
Right.
So we will work with anybody to get them their drugs, get them help, be it counseling, be it working with Ryan White. So that's what we do.
Excellent. What we have done as Sanctuary is we're pushing out as much information as possible, as frequently as possible, without total inundation, right? So that balance of that. But I will continue to do that also during our events and things of that nature. We will talk about those type of things, and in the future we will definitely have space and time for you. We're just making sure that we have a space that is conducive and consistent, because consistency also helps people kind of have that predictability. Oh, this is when to expect X, Y, and Z to happen, to where it becomes commonplace, versus, oh, I have to make that happen.
Right. And the biggest thing that I need everybody to know on the board is that, you know, we are here to test. We can test anybody 13 and above without parental consent. All
Interesting.
right? Yeah. We do
I
not
did not
need
know
parental.
Wow.
And again, I am here to counsel and to help anybody who is newly diagnosed with HIV, or who is newly to the area, who needs some kind of help. I can be the liaison between our providers and our case managers. That's
Cool.
part of my
Excellent.
job.
So Robert, I have a question. What do you see as an obstacle for the gay community as far as like reaching out for treatment? What do you see as the obstacle?
Culture.
Okay.
Stigma. Culture and stigma. A lot of the people in this area are of Haitian, Creole, African American descent, and they are in denial. I've had one boy come in who was diagnosed from the Department of Health. He came into us the next day and he said, no, and I'm going to pray it away. God will help me. You know, so education.
Wow.
Education is necessary. You know,
So collectively, I think that's what we need to do as the sanctuary. You know what I mean, is to get the message out there and to educate people, and get rid of the stigma that's associated with that.
Exactly.
Stigma's always been there. I think stigma is always going to be there, no matter how much people are educated. Those that are willing to let it in and absorb it are the ones that are going to do well with it. You're always going to have the naysayers. I mean, look at the same thing with the COVID vaccine. It's, it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's not, you can only do so much.
Also having individuals who are already or have a diagnosis, right, and how they handled it might be a great gateway to other people making significant change for themselves, right? It's like, what do they know? They don't have it. Well, people do, and they survive, and they do really well. So we will push out as much information. I think Donna and you would work rather well. She is the LGBTQ plus community affairs individual. So if
Right.
we need to push out the statistics of minorities being greatly affected and why, we should probably do that. We do have some people in the membership that follow that demographic. So maybe
Right.
making it real to them and saying, hey, you're not super people. you
Yeah.
know, you
know,
have to
even-
deal with
people-
reality.
Yeah.
Definitely,
people-
Robert, even if we were to jump on the sanctuary, like a live session, just to put information out there, to try to
Yes.
reach people and different things that we can do. I got your contact information and I will get in touch with you and we'll put together a really good strategy.
Yeah, okay, you
think-
know what, one other
yeah.
thing, Donna, I would like to give you the phone number of our research center because I talked to Brenda Jacobs today
Okay.
about the one study that we have.
Okay,
And if anybody is interested in getting into a study for PrEP, they can call the clinic there, the research lab. And that phone number is 772-595-9830.
and her name is Brenda Jacobs?
Well, yeah, that's the one who runs the place, but they probably want to talk to Carly. C-A-R-L.
Okay,
Yeah.
Carly, does Carly have a last name?
Yeah, I don't know it though.
Oh,
Simon.
okay, so they'll know this
Simon.
Carly.
Yeah,
Simon.
Carly's She's the
Okay,
only Carly.
I'm looking for Carly. Or Carly
Yeah.
who?
No,
Carly
yeah, I want
Simon.
to talk to Carly. So, I mean, when I spoke to Brenda today,
Yeah.
if anybody's interested in getting on PrEP, they should call the research lab first, see if they qualify. Everything is taken care of. They get their blood work, they get their meds, they get a stipend. They
Wow.
pay for nothing.
that's
they don't-
excellent.
And if they don't qualify for the study, then they can come over to Midway next door and we can get them on PrEP.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that the shot is absolutely amazing because like me,
Yeah.
I'm a hard person to take meds. I forget.
Yeah, and you also need to realize too, and spread the word out too, that PrEP isn't only for men.
Right,
It's
Right.
not
right.
only
And
for
I
men.
think that is something that is not expressed enough, that
Yeah.
it's for anybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, and we could push
Mm.
that out for that too. Aaron stated that this having people who are HIV positive to talk to Kevin, our historian, for story time would probably be really great if somebody is comfortable in,
Yeah.
in doing so. Kind of removing that stigma that, oh, well, this
Right.
person has this diagnosis and
Yeah.
look at them, they're a sense of bravery, somebody's got to be first. So that's a
Yeah.
great recommendation, Aaron. And I think we should write that down and see if there's somebody who would be interested in doing so. I'm going to continue. I'm going to share my screen again.
Excellent.
And
Thank you,
like I said,
Robert.
yes,
You're
thank you
welcome,
very
Robert.
much.
Thank you, Robert.
And we can field questions at the end because we will make sure that all questions can be answered. Financial update. Like I said, Ron is the treasurer, so he can provide us with financial update. Oh, and then we'll do insurance results. I'm sorry, Gary. I'm sorry. So I'm being navigated. Shucks.
Here.
Is it a Word document? Yes. Sorry. Shifting gears. And I'm going to move that there.
Okay, all the statistics are there. The previous balance at the last meeting was $2,155.70, including the donations that were made that night, which includes the portion from the Witches Ball and a couple of other events. The total donations were $1,198.08. We made a couple of purchases, which will be talked about in a little bit, and I won't spoil the excitement there, but purchases were made in the amount of $409.50, and that leaves us with a current balance of $2,944.28. Not all of that money is currently in the bank. I do have some money here that was donated recently, and we also have some money sitting in PayPal that have come in terms of donations. So that money will be deposited in the next couple of days.
Excellent, thank you. And switching back to this. Now, Gary, I didn't mean to skip you, I promise. Insurance results.
Insurance results is basically I sent out everyone and the board members an email. So all we have to do is really say which one we want to go with. There were three. I received 3 quotes. One was totally out there in La La Land that we don't want to deal with. The other 2 were, okay, but it was better than the first quote that we ever got. So
That's true.
it was around $15.89 for the year. So we just need to put the motion in. I've already started the application, and that'll be completed in the next day or so. And then we just have to make payment, and then we'll be insured.
Excellent. Might I propose that before, when is the date that we have to send in that?
I believe it's September 9th. I believe
So
that's
let's definitely do that and approve it board wise before then, so we can make the payment promptly. So might I encourage all board members to review the proposal and then we can vote.
Yes, aye.
Okay, very good. Meeting announcement. So Kevin proposed the idea, and I think the board members have agreed of this next part. So Kevin, can you speak on this behalf?
Well, now that we're trucking along and getting things organized and providing information, which we do provide pretty much a lot of information on a weekly basis. These meetings for the public, my proposal was to move them to a quarterly base. It would give a lot more substance to the meetings, a lot more impact, and a lot more information doing it on a quarterly basis instead of a monthly basis. And better use of the members' time and our time. So that was my proposal.
And I think most of us agreed, but we also agreed to meet, I think in October during coming out month. I think it will be the second Tuesday in October that we do the next meeting after this one.
Right. And then it'll go into a quarter cycle at that point.
Excellent. The newspaper article, and we're covering that. I apologize the second time. It covered all of the Treasure Coast. It covered the Witches and Pagans group that kind of donated to the sanctuary, the drag queens in the area who have been above and beyond generous, donating their time, their energy, and the finances behind that. Also, it included Pride Alliance and their mission and what they're going for. And it also gave the history of the area and various statistics that are pretty interesting and pretty sobering. And it showcased the sanctuary in a very positive light. Do know that people have attempted to create a community center before. And one of the things that they struggled with is what we are looking at. Okay, they were looking for a place. So I don't want history to repeat itself. I think we've come a very long way in a short period of time. And I think having the partnerships that we are forging with Inner Truth, with Midway, with Safe Space, and any other ones that are willing to work with us will provide us with that ability to have a space that wasn't provided before. So that was my take on it. It also showcased the best of our area, right? And that's pretty wonderful to see. The 501c3 status, I know Gary has been watching it like a hawk. please tell me it has budged a little bit.
No, we are
Okay,
still
so
on.
where are they as a refresher for those who do not know?
So, in case we're all in the world of COVID, which we all know about.
Right.
However, the government is moving very, very slow on any type of applications that are happening. I've been constantly checking the website for the past 3 weeks now. They are still processing applications from April 21st. Has not budged in the last actually, I think it's been 3.5 weeks now.
Wow. Just wow.
But this is how it's been operating. I mean, we've watched it move from the very beginning of February, and now we're in April. So I'm hoping within the next few weeks, we'll see some movement. But until the government gets itself together and whatever they're going to do, they're just behind.
The good thing about the 501c3 status is donations can be retroactive.
Correct.
So substantial donations that people are like, oh, well, can I write it off in my taxes? Once we get the 501c3 status, we can let those individuals know that, yes, you now may write them off in your taxes. So we'll make an announcement once we get that for all people who have donated so they can do that very thing.
Absolutely.
Fundraising Future. We have to raise the necessary funds to make this happen. We met with Tess, who is not here. I thought she was going to be. She is a person who writes grants and things of that nature. We were doing a brainstorming session. We do, in fact, have various things that we can kind of morph into a fundraising activity that is also a social activity. So I know that she is, the board has nominated her to be a part of the committee with the events coordinator, with Sarah, and they will be working together along with the board for the future event that we will be announcing, to be able to raise money and have social gatherings and all of those things in between. One of the things that we are proud to announce is the merch store, and Kevin, who has been working on that and kind of was the guinea pig on some things, can talk about that. That would be awesome.
About a month ago, I was researching about merchandise because a lot of people were asking for t-shirts and mostly t-shirts. So I did some research and found that you can set up a merch store. It's free. Who figured? And the way the merch store is set up, you can set it up to have a portion donated back to you from that purchase. And it's very, very minimum. We didn't want to go and create merchandise that's going to cost anyone $30, $40 for a shirt. So we made it as minimum as we could. But in the merch store, I posted it on Facebook as an announcement. It's under Stream Elements merch. Just search for the Sanctuary of the Treasure Coast. And currently right now, we have a mug, a hoodie, a zipper hoodie, a shirt, a mouse pad, regular t-shirts, and we have tank tops. I got one in.
Hourglass.
And there's also hourglass shirts as well. They were coded as a woman's shirt on the website, but I changed it per request. But this is one of the tank tops that I got in. It's a logo design that I created for the merch. So it looks pretty cool. But yeah, and people are actually buying from it now. So it's up and going.
And you said something about, so you did how to purchase and what they have and the proceeds. I know Robert asked about, like, where does the money go? And so Kevin, can you answer that as well?
Oh, definitely. To give you an example, one of the items, Sanctuary t-shirt, If you purchase that, it's $19 on the website. Of the $19, $5 goes as a donation back over to the sanctuary. So that's all it is.
Excellent. So just getting our name out there, people showing support, and a small amount of money being donated. The rest is all kind of what it costs to produce the shirt, essentially.
And people are scrambling for these shirts. They really wanted them. And this way it's easier. We don't hold an inventory.
Right.
They can pick whatever they like, whatever color they like, and order it themselves, and it ships directly to them.
Absolutely awesome. So share the love event cliffhanger.
Can I ask a question real quick regarding the shirts?
Never.
No.
Okay, fine.
Go ahead.
Real quick, what's the turnaround time? How long did it take from the purchase to receiving?
It took about a week and a half.
Beautiful. That's excellent.
And
Yeah, that's not bad
I did
at
get an
all.
alert that it may take a little longer
With
due
COVID.
due to things that are, kind of shutting down again. So
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that
you're
information.
welcome.
Good.
You're welcome.
The Share the Love event. So the sanctuary board was at the Botanical Gardens not so long ago to talk about an event that will really put us out there in our community in a rather big way. And I'm hoping, so who is going to be brave enough to tackle this to where I don't drone on? Because I can do it for a hot minute, and you know that.
I think Ron should explain, and Ron
Okay.
should give the update.
Excellent.
Okay. As Jonathan mentioned, we went to the Botanical Gardens and looked around, and this was an idea that Jonathan had when he and I just went there to actually see the gardens itself. They have a very nice facility there, indoor, outdoor, and sort of a balcony sort of area. And the first thought in his mind was that we could do a fundraiser here. So the board got together at the Botanical Gardens. We looked around, we got some quotes from the people who work there and some ideas for what people have done in the past in terms of holding fundraising events there. And the board agreed to do a fundraising event in February, and we've decided the title will be the Share the Love event. We've got all kinds of things planned for it. Some of it is entertainment, some of it is education, some of it is just for fun, for people to get together to talk, to mingle, to enjoy some hors d'oeuvres and some drinks. The main thing is that we're going to be getting our name out there and fundraising for the sanctuary. We have a list of people that we would like to invite. Lots of people who are active in the community, a lot of the people that we have partnered with, Inner Truth, Safe Space, Compass, all of these other folks that we've joined together with. We're going to invite them, some of our government officials in the area. We're really trying to get our name out there and expose what the sanctuary does and what it could mean for the community to people who can influence how we do that and how well we do it. So you can look forward to more details on it. Maybe if one of the other board members wants to say something that I've missed. Big thing is that we want to get our name out there, do some fundraising, and let people know what the sanctuary could be in this community.
Very well said, Ron.
Thank you, sir.
That's why he is concise. I'm not. Without any further ado, we can open up the public space to any questions that anybody might have. I know we have some individuals here. We have 8 in total. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to jump in because this is your time. This also gives us feedback. So if there are any questions or comments or ideas that you have, this is the time to do so. I saw Aaron would like to be able to volunteer his service at the Botanical Garden fundraiser, which is absolutely awesome. Yeah, you can take that off. That is very helpful. but this is the time for any questions that members might have.
Thank you,
I have a
Aaron,
question.
very quickly for willing to jump in there and help with the Share the Love event.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, I like how we raised his hand. That was great. This is like students. Go, Kevin.
Robert, we
No.
go to the office pub every Wednesday for a gathering, pretty much a social gathering. Is there any way we can get some of your cards or paraphernalia from Midway that we can take with us?
Yes. I have a bunch of my own cards. I have an in-service at the Department of Health tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Right.
So I can give you my cards, or I can show up tomorrow night at the office. What type of flyers or brochures would you like?
All of them.
Yeah. I mean, really, the more
Yeah.
information we can get out,
Yeah.
But that
all
is
the,
a
all the things
large-
that are available.
yes, that is a large range of community people.
Yeah.
From older to like scabies, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
and
All right,
and
yeah,
things of that
yeah.
nature.
Let me see. I'm at the DOH until 3:30. But the office is like what, 6?
6
o'clock.
to 9.
6
Yeah.
o'clock. Okay.
And it's on
Let me check my calendar. See if I'm.
it's on the
available.
overtime side, so
Yeah.
it's not the other side.
Even if
Mm,
you even if you want to do just a drive by, I'll wait in the parking lot and grab them from you or whatever.
Oh,
I mean,
I'd
but we
like
would
a
love to have you come in.
No, I'd like a cocktail.
Oh, well,
Um,
then push drinks
It's-
on me.
Yes,
No,
we
yeah.
could do that.
I will stop by tomorrow. I'll stop by at the office after I'm done with the DOH. I'll see what I can pick up as far as brochures, and I will stop by tomorrow night and get my cards out.
Excellent. Thank you
Excellent.
so much.
Yes.
No problem.
And we can
may
and
beg
we
you
can
for more.
yeah,
What's-
right. And what we'll do is I tend to work the room anyway. I think most of us do.
Yeah, I know how
Oh.
you are.
Yeah. Hey, you do what you got to do, right?
Exactly.
And so we'll let people know that we're in people who are not as tech savvy, right? There are some who just don't.
Right.
We can kind of get the word out that way. And that is helpful across multiple platforms.
Of course. Yeah. No, anything you guys need, just let me know.
I would like to encourage people who, when they post, if they have COVID, or there's a drag queen in West Palm who has been put under a coma because of
Regine.
breathing. Yes, that we reach out to them and show a unified front. I know that Ralphie and his partner have been struggling. I do want to thank Kevin and Gary for kind of helping them out. Even the extra box of Kleenex that Kevin said that he did, that makes a huge difference. People are scared when they find out that they have COVID, or their partner who they lean on in significant ways have it and they're hospitalized. It's very scary. So anybody, like I know that Kim was talking about still having symptoms. These individuals need our support. So anything that we can do when we see that, I encourage us to really reach out and let them know that they're not alone, that there are people there, and we will stop and make it an effort to help them in any way we can.
That should be an
yeah.
announcement on our Facebook page. We
Yes.
should make an announcement saying if you have COVID and you need something, please reach out to the sanctuary. We will make sure it is delivered.
And we
That's
can
a
do
good
that
idea.
at any time. So anybody who feels comfortable enough to post that, please do. We should probably do that either tomorrow or tonight, just super soon.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to. Yeah. Okay, may I say one more thing here before I finish up? Me being in the medical field, I am tied by HIPAA laws. So I cannot join any groups where there's a a group chat on Messenger. I cannot discuss anything on Facebook at all as far as what goes on. So if you have anybody that needs my services, please, Donna, give them my cell phone number or my email address, and we will talk privately, individually, and so on and so forth. The rest of the sanctuary, whatever works for you guys, that's fine. But being in the medical field and working for Midway, I'm held to the HIPAA laws.
No, definitely, I understand that. I also I work at a hospital as well, so I definitely know where you're coming from, and I respect that.
I work for United Healthcare. I know exactly what you're saying.
There we go.
All righty.
Yeah.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Robert, I have a question for you. Are y'all doing any type of vaccines? Are you doing vaccine shots there at Midway?
Well, we did do the COVID vaccines. I don't know. I know they started back up with the testing. That's a definite. And if anybody needs to call to make an appointment for testing, let me give you that phone number.
It's full of numbers.
Unfortunately, they're not numbers that I really would like to have for my social life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
The COVID testing labs number is 772-207-3756. People can call there and make an appointment to get tested. And if they are interested in getting vaccinated, they can call there. I think they're still doing vaccinations because everything's going crazy right now. I'm not sure about the third vaccine. I can tell you this right now. If anybody in the sanctuary wants to have the third vaccine, they can call or go to Walgreens, any Walgreens. Walgreens is giving out the Pfizer booster, and Publix is giving out the Pfizer and the Moderna booster. I just got mine today.
Wow, already.
Yeah.
That's great.
Awesome. So do you mind if I post on our sanctuary page that if anybody needs testing, I can post Midway and that phone number to call for an appointment?
Absolutely. No, that's fine. And you know what? Well, I don't know. We're doing everything telemed right now. If they want to be tested, give them my phone number. Or
your number?
My phone number. You have it?
Yeah, that was the 772.
Yeah, 708.
708-1870.
You know what? And I really hate doing that, but because I really don't check my work cell phone number that much. I'm more on my own personal cell phone. So if you guys want to take that and use it, I'm okay with that.
But I'm not going to post that for public knowledge. I would check with you. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fine. So my personal cell phone number is area code 216-440-4111.
Okay.
Because if anybody, I've had people text me and they're like, you know what, I had sex like 4 weeks ago and we weren't safe and I just want to be tested. And so I'll go to them.
Right.
They don't have to come to the clinic. The clinic is walk-in for testing. You do not need an appointment. But since the fact that we are now kind of only doing telemedding, we're not allowing people into the clinic unless they've been vaccinated. So it's difficult.
Okay.
But I will test anybody who wants to be tested.
So for people that want COVID tests, I give them the 772-207 number.
You're killing me.
Oh, no.
Yes, he said call him.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. For the COVID.
The COVID test.
If they want COVID testing, call the 772-207 number.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Great. Thank you so much.
That's for COVID testing or for COVID vaccine.
Okay.
Okay.
I also want to acknowledge that Ken has been to almost all of our Zoom board meetings. And I thank him for his support. But I also want Ken to know that he is more than welcome to ask any questions or come up with any ideas or suggest any ideas but I want to acknowledge that he is usually he's been at most of our virtual meetings. So
Yes.
thank you for coming.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hi,
Ken,
Ken.
thank you.
Yes. Is there any, do we have any other questions, comments, anything of that nature? We have a couple more
Yeah,
minutes.
I just want to say that we're here for a service, and
Yeah.
I really want people to utilize our service.
Right.
You know, be it helping them cope with their HIV status, or anything.
Right.
So
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Robert.
Anyone
Definitely.
else?
Thanks a lot, Robert.
pardon me.
I got something. I just want to say that the videos you're doing, Kevin, I think it's you. That's a great tool. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
It gives us a lot of information and lets us get personal with who we're looking at or hearing about. So I like that, and so thank you for doing that.
Thank
And
you.
as
Yes.
far as the testing and all the information you're getting, that's good for the community. So I applaud you, Robert, for doing that, and for Jonathan for putting it together.
Yes, very awesome. Well said.
Yay.
Yes.
Also, if anybody ever wants to go out for sushi, hit me up.
I love sushi.
I'm down.
Me too. All
I
right.
haven't had sushi in a long time. It's been a
Let's
while.
go.
Sanctuary Sushi Club.
Sanctuary Sushi Club. There you go. People would go. I'm sure of it. Impromptu.
People go anywhere there's food. Come on, we all like food.
We
know
know
that.
that. We've seen it. We've seen it. If everybody is great, Donna. Oh wait, Donna, could you do your stick? You're so good
Is
at
there-
it.
Is there anything to add for the good and welfare of the sanctuary?
No. Okay. I put a motion in to end the meeting.
I second.
Oh, Robert seconds it. Very good.
I'm a member.
Yeah, that's
Yay!
true. That's true.
All right, Robert, I
Excellent.
got your first drink tomorrow night.
Awesome. See you then.
Yes.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.